Big up to everyone. This is Awini Unity Sports. This video, I have a lot to share with you right here, and all have to do with this gentleman you are seeing on your screen. If Ghana have to do well at the World Cup 2026, Ghana really need those players, and I'm going to tell you the main reason why. For you to be able to understand what I'm about to address here, I will please tell you, put your emotion aside and face the reality. That's the only way you're able to understand what I'm about to share with you right here. And the reason is very clear. The president of the land, John Dramani Mahama, will really want to achieve something at the World Cup as a president. And also the sports minister, Mr. Kofi Adams, will also want to achieve something for the nation as sports minister. And also the Ghana Football Association, led by Mr. Ket, will also want to achieve something with the Ghana national team for the Ghanaians and the country Ghana. And also Mr. Otuado will also want to achieve something with the national team for Ghana, for himself, with the family. So that is the reason why I'm telling you that these players you are seeing right here, they are very important if Ghana really want to do well at the World Cup. So please, once again, put your emotion aside. Let's face the reality and let's dive deep into the main details to tell you the main reason why we believe that these players are important and Ghana really need them. Now, let's dive deep to the main details right here without wasting your time. We're going to be starting from Owusu Odro, this young, talented goalkeeper right here. He was born in Holland. Some people also call it Netherlands, depend how you call it out there as well. Doing very well with AZ Alkmaar. He is their #1 top goalkeeper. Passed for some time now, GFA, almost more than a year, tried to get him to the national team. And he never said no. And he even spoke about Ghana and how he's always worked Ghana in a lot of things, which I have played a video right here on this platform number of times right here. If you haven't, as we are going on, I'm going to be playing the video, the things that he spoke about Ghana and Ghanaian players, then you will be able to understand what I'm addressing here or what I'm going to be addressing with you.
Have you ever heard of Ghana? And which of your parents are Ghanaians and stuff like
My
that?
dad is Ghanaian.
Have you ever been?
Sorry?
Have you ever been?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Would you want to go?
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of interest in you in Ghana as well, goalkeeping side. Do you ever see yourself playing for Ghana at some point?
Not now. I'm what I told everybody is like I have to focus to play with the young Orion now. So we have the Euros and my focus is here. So I see you in the future, but it's not my priority now.
I mean, you've known a lot of Ghanaian greats, but which Ghanaian player or goalkeeper, because you're a goalkeeper, inspires you a lot? Or player, whatever, would you grow up watching?
I also like the Ayub brothers, of course. Asamoah and every play, so I thought, yeah, I watch it always with my dad.
Right. With your dad?
Yes.
What's your favorite Ghanaian food? What's your favorite Ghanaian food?
I like jollof rice.
You eat a lot of jollof.
Yeah.
So for that very good reason, a lot of people are saying that, well, why you have to bring this young goalkeeper, whereby Benjamin Asare, struggling, did very well at the qualifiers. So bringing this goalkeeper, meaning you are going to drop Benjamin Asare, and if you do so, we will not agree. My lovely Ghanaians, let's all of us put our emotion aside, like I said earlier on, and face the reality. One, when you look at the World Cup is a long way to go. The World Cup, I can say maybe about 8 to 9 months before the World Cup will take place. And the players we all seen, not all of them will go to the World Cup. A lot of things going to happen. I'm not wishing this for every player, but injuries is part of football. Even tomorrow, you and I do not know what's going to happen. talking about next month, next 2 months, 6 month time, 8 month time. Some players going to have injury and they cannot able to make it. So as a nation, if you really want to achieve something, what the leaders have to do, the reason why these players are important, the leaders can try to work on these players for them to switch nationality. Even bringing this goalkeeper you are seeing on your screen, that do not mean that automatically this goalkeeper coming to Ghana national team, Benjamin Nassare, is not going to be at the World Cup. But now, how old of Benjamin Nassare? The reason why this young goalkeeper is very, very important to be part of Ghana national team, a lot of people are going to say, well, where they was not around when the qualifier was going on here and there, and they want to be part. The truth of the matter is that in life, everyone wants to be part of a winning something, a winning team, or a winning somebody. You that are watching me, if you cross this video and you realize that for the past 3 hours, it is only 2 people that click this video, it will be very difficult for you to click the video, because you will feel like it is 3 hours ago, this person posted the video, and it is only 2 people view this video, meaning that it's not anything interesting. So you will move to check on videos that have a lot of views. Why? That tell your mindset that, meaning this person is doing something different. That is the reason why a lot of people are viewing this. Also, when you open and you notice that a lot of people leave comment right there, you will be interested to also leave your comment. Why? Because people leave their comment and you also want to contribute. So life, everybody want to be part of something that they feel like, okay, when I'm being part of this, it will be so amazing. So don't forget that. So when you look at Benjamin Nassare, like I said, Benjamin Nassare have 33 years of age. Let's take it that way. I'm not too sure, but that is what we are all seeing. So 33 years of age. What age they stop calling Daniel Amati? What age they stop calling, Andrea Yu? Age 33, 34. Next year, the World Cup, Benjamin Nassare will be having 34 years. So let's say even if Benjamin Nassare went to the World Cup, after the World Cup, I'm not pretty sure that he's going to be part of the team again, because next year he's going to be 34. So after the World Cup, he's going to be 35 years of age. And do you think that's going to be there? The answer is no. How old Andrea are you when they stop calling him? And Daniel Amati. So this young goalkeeper, how old are him now? 21 years of age. Okay, 21 years of age, meaning he have a lot to offer. And the kind of performance he's having right there, Holland will really, really want to have him. And everyone want to have, or every player want to be part of where you are winning. That is the reason why this young goalkeeper, it is not just about coming to take Benjamin Nassare position, but it is about the future. Even if Benjamin Nassare went to the World Cup, he's not going to be there next 2 years, because next year he's going to be 34 years of age. When you look at the second choice for now, that is Lore Satizigi, have 28 years of age. Next year, he's going to be 29. And the third goalkeeper is Joseph Anan, also I think 28, 29 years of age, or 25. Okay, so when you look at the goalkeepers we have out there, you will see clearly that for some 2-3 years, they cannot able to be there based on their age. So that is why this young goalkeeper is very, very important. So a lot of people that just conclude and say, well, if this young goalkeeper come, well, what's going to happen is that maybe his Asare not going to get a chance. That is not, because Joseph Anan have 25 years of age. So meaning if Benjamin Asare a year time is not going to be Black Stars, this young goalkeeper is already there. And a lot of injuries going to happen. So if you don't work with some players right now and say, well, I already have Benjamin Asare, Lore Satizigi, and this and that, and they get too close to the World Cup, and maybe some of these players that we are talking about, who knows? I don't wish this for any player, like I said earlier on. One of them have injury. It is now that you are going to look for players to replace. The answer is no. So that is the main reason why this young goalkeeper, I will push that Ghana Football Association leader have to find his best possible to bring this young goalkeeper to the Ghana national team immediately, so that he can able to play some friendly matches with the Ghana national team before even going to the World Cup. That is the reason why we need him. Now, moving to another player right here, have to do with Enes Owusu, who plays football in Bayer Leverkusen. Very young player, also doing very well with Bayer Leverkusen. Why? He's very young, very talented, and this kind of young players, it is not just about only the World Cup, but it is about the future. And there is a chance for Ghana have to capitalize the World Cup to able to get some players that probably Ghana may not get them if Ghana would have failed to qualify for the World Cup. There's a lot of players that we all knew very well that we wouldn't have get those players to play for Ghana if Ghana didn't make the World Cup. So Ghana making the World Cup right now, it is a chance for Ghana to have to capitalize that to grab all these players. And my brothers, it is not about only the World Cup. They are coming for the World Cup. When you get to the World Cup, it is not about the players. It is about the country. It is about how Ghana want to achieve. And there is no player out there went to the World Cup and say, I'm not going to perform. Because it is the worst thing. And these players want to perform to get their name, to make their family proud and their friends and also Ghana. So at the World Cup, it is not about players. It is about the country, what we want to achieve. That is why I say put your emotion aside and face the reality so that we can break things down for you to understand what we are talking about. So he's doing very well with Bayer Leverkusen, also very young. A lot of players going to the World Cup. After the World Cup, they were not able to be there. Captain like Ayu, Partey, Jordan, Thomas, Williams, all those players, after the World Cup, most of them will not be part of the team. And these young players will take over. That is the reason why we need those players. So the second player we really need is Enes Opoku, also 21 years of age, doing very well. Now, let's move to the third player right here is Romeo Lavia. Player that I have been talking about quite for some years ago with even a lot of people were saying that, well, he's not a Ghanaian and stuff like that. And now you know that he's a Ghanaian. A player who doing very well, playing a big club like a Chelsea, defensive midfielder. When you have him with Thomas or Sibo, Sibo is a defensive midfielder, so you cannot use those team players together. But when you have a player like Romeo Lavia with Thomas, you're going to see that your midfield is going to be so much tight. And the good thing about these players I'm talking about is their age. This is the third player I'm talking about. He also have 21 years of age. Okay, so after the World Cup, you still know that you have players that can take over when Thomas is not there, when Jordan is not there, when William is not there, when Joseph is not there. You have a lot of players that will take over those players. And this is the time for Ghana to use the World Cup to capitalize and get all those players. After the World Cup, there are some players you will never get them. Like I said, don't blame them. Everybody want to be of something that are winning. So do not just think about, oh, they want to be part of the World Cup, but think about the future. And doing so, you have to able to find out with this player, are they going to commit to the team? Or just because they will go to the World Cup like some years ago, we have some few players with, I don't want to mention names, after the World Cup, they begin giving excuses. Oh, I cannot go to African Cup of Nations, I cannot play for the qualifiers, the pitches are not good, and when I sit down in the flight, it is not this and that, and you know the players that I'm talking about. We have to check those players that are they willing to commit after the World Cup when we invite them. Even William is not really performing 25 matches, only 2 goals. But one thing I like about William is always available. Whether we are going to Comoros, we are going to Djibouti, he's always there. Apart from injury, that is one thing I like about the guy. Meaning he's willing to commit. Semenyo, all of these guys, they are willing to commit. So if those players out there are willing to commit, why not? They are Ghanaians. That is why we need those players. Very, very important, because you are going to the world stage and you need players with the right mentality. The same Chelsea, this young man you are seeing right here, also doing very well, play as a centre back, even scoring goal yesterday against Nottingham Forest as a centre back. He is 19 years of age, and this is the time Ghana have to use the World Cup to capitalize all those players. So my brothers, there are some certain things we need to put our emotions aside and check about and put the nation first. Because the world state is not just about dropping players. You and I being here, do you know what's going to happen tomorrow? Do you know what's going to happen in next month, next 2 months, talking about 8 to 9 months? Most of players may not even able to make it due to injury, which I'm not wishing that I said earlier on. A lot of things going to happen. And this is the reason why the GFA need to work on the players that are available to switch nationality to play for Ghana. Not that we are waiting when the time is getting close and maybe this player cannot make, and now you don't know player that you have to replace. Now, there is a lot of players I can go on and go on and go on and talk about right here. When you look at the player that I really want the coach to consider and have him is Prince Owusu, who play in the MLS. Prince Owusu play in the MLS. He was born in Germany, doing very well in the MLS in a typical number 9. When you look at the problem, Ghana, we have a lot of forwards. You can use Joseph Sulemana. You can use a lot of players, Semenyo as number 9. But we do not have typical number 9 to be leading Ghana attack. That is the reason why I will be suggesting right here that if it is possible, the player that Ghana really, really need is this young man right here you are seeing. Prince Owusu play in the MLS, 34 matches play, 16 goals contributed as a striker, 13 goals scored and 3 assists, 16 goals contributed. Typical number 9, not right wing, not left wing, not attacking. He is number 9, 28 years of age. Even though if you don't need him for long-term service, get him for the World Cup. He's playing in US. He knows a lot of places in US, and he is part of he knows the system of US. This is the players that I will be please asking the coach to check if he can able to get him as number 9. When we come to these two gentlemen right here, not that I am against them simply because they turned down against Ghana number of times right here. But my problem with these young men right here is their performance. As we speak now, if the World Cup have to be taking place tomorrow, when you look at Odoi performance, it is not top notch out there. He played the last 8 matches, he managed to score only 1 goal. Even yesterday game, not yesterday, that was Saturday game, he came on second half and the performance was not there. Edward, with Arsenal, only 3 games or 4 games so far. No goal, no assist. Okay, let me get that very clear for you. So when you talk about all those players, that should tell you that those players, their performance is not there. Ghana have a lot of players out there. Okay, Edward or Eddie Nketiah have played 4 matches, 1 goal. The performance is not really there. With Ghana, we even have a lot of players out there who are performing day out, day in, and they are not even getting call up. Okay, they are playing day out, day in, but they are not getting call up. So my point with those players is not that because of they fail to they refuse Ghana call up, but because they are not performing out there. We have a lot of great players out there who are doing very, very well, but even in all, they are not getting call up. When you look at Prince Owusu, who play in Denmark, FC Nordsjælland, he played almost about 11 12 matches, 6 goals contributed. He's a Ghanaian. He's performing more than the players that we are talking about. When you look at Boachi, Augustin Boachi, former Wafa player and former Ghana Premier League player who play in the French League 2, Saint-Etienne. Look at the performance he's putting out there. All those players, they are not getting call up, but they are doing very well with the players that we are talking about. So one thing I always say, Augustin Boachi played 10 matches, 7 goals contributed. They are not getting call up. We are not talking about them. Then we are talking about Odoi and Nkatia. Look at their performance this season. That is the only problem I have. But there's a long way to go. If we get to a point and they are improving very well, and they still say, okay, I'm going to play for Ghana, but I'm doing very well, it is not a problem. If they can contribute to the nation, if they can give their all, that is what we want. It is possible that Ghana can win the World Cup. It is everything in this life. It is about the mentality, the way you believe. Like Joseph Pencil said, he said it is possible Ghana can win the World Cup because according to him, we have quality enough. And I like Joseph Pencil mentality. Listen.
We can. We have the quality.
We can win the World Cup.
We can. We have to.
In 2026.
We have to. We have to. We have to be. We have to. At least, even if we don't even win, we need to be in the finals.
We can win the World Cup. Why not? Countries that are winning, they are not better than Ghana. But everything is about the mentality. When you believe in yourself that I can do this, you can do it. That is why I always tell Africans that stop saying that, oh, we cannot do it. Oh, we cannot do it. Oh, we just want to qualify from the group. Whatever you open your mouth say, that is what going to come to pass in life. When you see a white young man or young lady, the way they believe is different when you talk about our Africa, the way we believe. Why not that Ghana cannot win the World Cup? Why Ghana cannot win the World Cup? When we put our things right. When we have a coach who have a mentality of winning. So I don't think that those players that we are talking, there's a lot of players out there where they can go on and go on. Players who play for Como in the Italian Serie A. We have a lot of players out there where I can go on and go on and go on right here. They're doing very well. So it is not about players have to play for the World Cup. For over the years, Ghana have players that never play for the World Cup, never play for the World Cup qualifiers. They always went to the World Cup. Even Otuado himself went to the World Cup without playing the qualifiers. If I'm wrong, someone should correct me out there if I'm wrong. There is a lot of players that never play for the World Cup qualifiers, but they end up being to the World Cup. So, guys, it is about Ghana. If we were talking about Nkatia as a striker, why we have to waste our time talking about player that not performing very well? Do you want to tell me that you want to bring in Nkatia and drop Thomas Asante, who are putting performance out there? Thomas Asante, how many matches this season? 10 matches, 8 goals contributed, 6 goals scoring so far, and 3 assists. And they are top of the table in the championship. This is a striker we need. So I'm not against Eddie and Callum Hudson-Odoi, but I am against their performance out there. If they was performing top-notch out there, and they say, well, I'm coming to play for World Cup with Ghana, I do not have a problem. But they are not performing out there. So we already have a players that are performing out there, scoring goals, giving assists, and they are not giving chance. So if a chance have to be given, should be given players that are performing out there. This is my only problem. But if as time goes on, they begin to be scoring a lot of goals, they begin to be performing, and we know that, okay, getting these players, they can able to contribute for the country, for us to achieve something as a nation, as a people. Why not? Let me know what you think on the comment section. Thank you so much for always being part of the family right here. One love.